Hey, so it's loading now. Hey, I think we're live. How we all doing? So yeah, last time I went on this, it just randomly cut in halfway through. In fact, I better turn off my sound. I was about to hear myself. There we go. Last time I went on live, about 20 seconds in, that's when it kicked in. She lost loads of the introduction. So just wait a bit while chat comes on. So how we all doing? I think we can see Alicia Ratcliffe in live. Oh, it's got Richard Ryle. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm just streaming at the moment then. So this is a full live recording. There we go. Yeah, we're going to touch on a few cool things today. Who else has come on? Hi, James. Hello, Alicia. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great week. Can you hear me all right? Go on, let me know in chat. Can you hear a little bit of music as well? I think last time I did one of these, it was just blaring out. Then we got Finn online, and then you could hear an echo. Yeah, it was good fun. Good fun. Last live we did. Hello, hello. But yeah, we'll just wait for a few people to come on. So we've got Richard and Alicia at the moment. Oh, we've got Karen. Hello, Karen. Good to see you. Yes, no music through. Okay, I could turn it up. So I've got this weird stream player, so I just had to like pull different bits in off different places and make it link up. So I think we went live earlier randomly. There we go. Might have a bit of audio now. Don't know. But there we go. But yeah, good to see you, Karen. And we'll just wait a little bit for more people to come on. What else we got? Yeah, we've got Ted Sims. Hello, guys. Hello. Yeah, tiny bit. I'm starting to get used to this. Like loads of different pieces coming in from left, right, and centre. But yeah, we're just going to be talking about what we kind of got in tune for 2023. So we had a few videos from last year that we were just trying to bring into this year. So as you saw, we were just talking about getting the van next week and really excited about that. But we got that a while ago, didn't we? So yeah, we've got still a few backlog videos that we're kind of bringing in. We've got loads of stuff in store for this year. So I want to do some kind of like, oh, nice guitar, yeah. It's got my little guitar up here. So in a little band for the past 10 years or whatever, get to play now and again. But yeah, so got some videos coming out. So we think about doing some business stuff. So kind of how I run my business. Hello, groupie. I've got Jacob J. Hello, hello, hello. Nice guitar again, Richard. Thank you. But yeah, business video, maybe some how to. I want to do some like shorter videos, the shorts where it's just like time mold. Google search ones like how to do a socket, how to wire up a light. You know what I mean, like little ones. I know we touch on those during the episodes when we're doing the work, but it'd be nice just to have a little segment, nicely presented, so people can see all that. And we've got Mandy Finney in. Hello, hello. I know that lady. Hi, Mandy. But yeah, we'll crack in. So welcome to this YouTube live. Then so it's 2023, and I have to tell you, what's up, Doc, and what's coming up in 2023. So I asked Morgan before. I was like, "Can you do me a?" Let's see what I put to her. Can you do me a thumbnail for me for this YouTube thing? And I said I want. Morgan's great at doing these. But what's up? I said, do what's up, Doc, with the carrot out the mouth like Bugs Bunny. And she's done this. How cool is that? So I'm loving that. Thank you, Morgan. So have a look, James. I'm only getting 40p quality. I'm going to improve this. So it's probably the Wi-Fi I'm on. I've actually got loads of footage downloading at the moment, and loads of stuff from the wedding downloading. So it's probably just bad internet, mate. So sorry about that. It might improve. It might improve for when it actually finishes and uploads and stuff like that. Lovely. So yeah, we've got loads of stuff to look forward to and loads of jobs booked in the pipeline. Show you guys then. So as you know, we kind of film as day-to-day stuff. But yeah, we've got loads of stuff to come up. But yeah, we basically, if those who don't know the channel, we just take you through how we do it best and give you tips and tricks and like silly banter with the lads and that you get to see. And yeah, we'll just try and make an episode out of it. So we upload once a week, every Sunday. And then what we've been doing this year then is trying to upload shorts. So it's TikTok shorts. We've uploaded it onto YouTube for those who aren't on TikTok. So they get some more content for you guys. You know what I mean? So it's all coming out. Ted Sims, how was the wedding? So we're jumping about a bit. I had like a little list of notes, points I wanted to touch, but so the wedding then. So last year coming up, breaking up to Christmas. Um, yeah, I'll talk the wedding then. So wedding, it was 15th of December, lovely day. Um, yeah, perfectly. It went perfect. Even as my wife came out of the door, come down the aisle. There's like a little section where it's outside, and it all started snowing as she came out. And it was beautiful. So she come down the aisle. I turned around. I was like, yeah, that's a proud moment right there. So yeah, it was lovely having all like friends and family there. Yeah, just all the people that kind of built you as a person and kind of helped in your life. So it's nice just to have everyone in one room, kind of celebrating you as a couple, kind of thing. We put a lot into it over the years. So yeah, that was it was an awesome day. Oh, Karen Epolo, I'm crying here. Sounds amazing. Are you regretting getting married yet? Well, well, it sounds like I am getting regretted. I'm not regretted getting married, if anyone's thinking that. So I've still got my ring. But yeah, fortunately, we bought a house before and it fell through just before the wedding. So we got married and I'm separated already. So like we're living separate, and then hopefully when this house goes through, we'll be able to move in. We've got a new house. It's been accepted. So hopefully I might be able to do some like renovation videos of me doing work on my own house. I don't know. Am I allowed to do that? I'll have to ask my wife. She might be a bit private about stuff like that. Would you do your own electrics? Yes. So depending on the state of it, again, when you buy a house from your electrician, you're like, we can just rewire it whenever we want. So I haven't even checked it because you can just rewire it. So like the material cost is about a grandish, something like that. So it's not too bad. But if you got electrician in, most of the cost is labour with a rewire. So you're looking, yeah, it could be 4 grandish or something. You know what I mean? And obviously you get it at a wholesale price, so it's a bit cheaper. But yeah, it saves a lot of money. I heard your last wants to do a Insta Reno, Finny Reno. Could do a Finny Reno. So we need a bit of money to do that, but we'll see how this year's goes. So that ties nicely then. So what have we got coming up this year then? So this year we in with a few renewable energy companies. So they get loads of inquiries in to do solar and a lot of inquiries where they've got solar already. And what they want to do is at the moment they're kind of exporting that at a rubbish rate. So the export rate, if you're up to date with it, I think it's like 0.014p. It's less than a penny per kilowatt, which is nothing. So what we're doing is any export. So you'll have clients with existing solar. Say they generate 2 kilowatt and the house is using 500 watts. There's 1.5 kilowatts going out into the street, kind of thing, for anyone else to use, and they're getting paid peanuts, or sometimes not even getting paid at all if they're not set up. So what we can do is get it's called a AC charger, so AC coupled battery. So we basically install it onto it can go anywhere on the system, so we can fit it anywhere. It's just like a little box kind of thing like this, and then some batteries. That's it. It looks like a DVD player size, and basically that'll store that energy during the day. So when they're exporting at 1.5 kilowatt, they're about to store that and then use it later on when they get home for cooking. You know, I mean, on the night when the sun goes down. So that's the idea. So that's where the main benefits is coming at the moment. Can you make money for selling power back to the board? So you can. Like I said, it's not very good at all. So it's a lot better to get batteries and store that energy. And then some tariffs like up to, there was a client the other day, it's 50p per kilowatt hour, which is quite high. So if they can save themselves that and buy it in at like, well, yeah, there's two parts. This is pretty cool. So they can get it for free from the sun and store that, and then they're not using it later. But I'll show you an app later of a customer, and you get to see that. But you can also buy it. So if you get an Octopus Go tariff, it's like 14 pence. You can buy it in at and charge it fully, and then obviously throughout the day, it's you use that because your house gives what 300 to 500 watts discharge. But I'll bring up this app so you can see. So you can't see any client details. So there's nothing going on there. But let's bring up this then. So then I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if it's backwards either. But here's a little graph over here. What's going on? So that green is the state of charge of the battery. So overnight, if you look to the far left, you can see that it's pulling from the grid and charging at like it's charging at 14 pence per kilowatt through the night. then it's just discharging throughout the day, and then you get a little top up because it's winter and it's terrible for generating. You can see a little top up in the middle where the solar's generated. So I think solar's green on that, like a I don't know what kind of green, but a different green to this other one. But yeah, so when the solar kicks in, it charges it. That's that little blip there in the middle. But yeah, if you get a decent, that's trying to find a decent day. They're all being rubbish. So here we go. You can see a bigger dip there. If I can put that on. So that's a day when we had some actually decent sun, and it dipped quite. It went up quite a lot there, and then discharged. So that's what the batteries can do for you. So that's what we're doing. Loads of people want this. Oh, we've got to remember to push the like button. Well, I've missed loads because I haven't looked at the screen. Let's have a look. We've got regret getting married. No, it's all good. So, what do you do on electrics? We've said that already. Yeah, Alex wants to do a Renault. Remember to push the like button, guys. Yeah, that's a good one. So, if you push the like button on this video, YouTube likes it and it'll go out to loads of people. So, if you could do that, and I'll say it at the end of the video, but actually do it because it really helps. What else we got? I didn't know you had to buy batteries separately. Yeah, so on the newer system, it's called hybrid system. So you can just plug the battery straight into this box, which converts from the sun energy to your mains energy, and you can put a battery into that. But the older systems didn't do that. You couldn't do that. And what else we got? You should do a side business by selling electric blankets. They always sold out. I like that. Thank you, Karen. Yeah. So yeah, we could have a little Amazon FBA thing going on. Contact China, try and get some little white label going on. Finny blanket and sell them. See how they do. So look forward to seeing this in the vids. Interesting current climate. I know. What have we got? Does solar work if it's cloudy? Yeah, so you do get a little bit of solar generation if it's light and it can cast through the clouds. But looking at that, you don't get much. So going back to that customer for that day, he was generating 600 watts, 500 watts. Yeah, so like peak is doing 2 kilowatts, but on a cloudy day, it's like 300 watts. It's not a lot. When there's 10 panels on that system, and they're quite high powered ones as well, so that they produce a lot of wattage. So yeah, that's that one. So yeah, we've talked about the Octopus Go tariff. So it's only 14p to charge your batteries. That's where the benefits are going. That's where we're going this year. Is trying to get in with loads of different companies. So we are getting in with this cool company from California. So there's a Californian brand that wants to come to the UK. They've got a few distributors, and we're doing installs for them for that distributor. They've got like cool technologies like solar trees. It's like a tree. So they'll pull them, install them in like shopping centre stuff like that. So it's like a tree, and it's got like solar leaves, and it generates, and it's pretty cool. There's loads of like mad, crazy stuff coming up. Yeah, so it's that should be an interesting one. But yeah, they're like the best on the market. So apparently this company was in some fusion reactor thing, and it needed like a big oomph of power. So they built this battery cell which could do that. And by accident, they created a really efficient way of creating a battery. So it can be a lot smaller, or it can be the same size and produce a lot more power. So it's pretty cool. So that's coming in to the UK. So I think it'll be like the top end market. Those customers who are really rich and they haven't got a lot of space, so they can afford to pay this company or pay for this material. That'll fit in little areas, and they can stay cool and store lots of power. So it's pretty interesting. So yeah, we're moving on to loads of jobs with the solar. Yeah, we're trying to do daily YouTube shorts then, so it means more content for you. So I'm going to try and keep on top of that. Because yeah, our kind of viewer stuff's just gone from like a few thousand to like 10,000 a month kind of thing. Just like, I mean, just from doing YouTube shorts, that's pretty cool. And we're nearly monetized, so we're nearly getting paid for the videos. It's been like 2 years doing this, like constant week in, week out. Pay Morgan as editor to edit all the videos and stuff like that. So yeah, once you get past 1,000 subscribers and a certain watch hours, I think it's 4,000 watch hours, and you start getting paid for the videos you produce, which is pretty cool. So it means we're going to pump that money back into the videos and do like giveaways and competitions. And I know a few people have been asking for some merch, so we're going to get that on order. So I'm trying to prioritize stuff. I've got a lot of stuff to do with the business and sort out. Like we want to take on a solo engineer in like what January, February, March. About well Q2, so kind of March, April time. Um, it's trying to build up that business, work some stupid hours, and then once you got enough hours to build up, that's when you can pass it on to another guy to kind of take that forward. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, so focus on the merch. We'll try and get some like hats, t-shirts, and stickers and bits like that. But yeah, if you got any ideas for merch, just put it in the comment below. I wanna know what you guys want. Seen a few companies have some cool beanies and stuff like that. So that's interesting. Might be able to do something like that. But yeah, that's that then. So we got any questions then? Let's open it up to chat. Let's see if we got any questions. I bet having an apprentice is very rewarding. Yeah, so it's nice for an apprentice. So Finn is actually setting up like a little solar panel business, funny enough. So obviously we're getting like might be doing like 3 installs a week, putting new solar panels in, and you're supposed to maintain them. So like they recommend every few years get someone in, make sure they're still generating. So it's not connected up to an app. Then it's good to get someone in. But if you got the app, you can see it generating, and you can see that it might not be generating as much. You might want to get someone out to have a look to make sure there's no panels down. Or I know in some countries you get like big hailstones that absolutely wreck the panels, so you need to kind of keep those going. What else we got? So yeah, you also have to maintain them. So Finn set up a solar panel cleaning business. So he's going to be he's got like a big pole and he's and these spinny washer things, and you're supposed to use like special water, like deionized water. So he has to get all that working, and then he basically set up someone else and just I think it's like £10 a panel or something, but it just saves your investment because like sun doesn't shine through like mucky glass or bird poo all over it or whatever, so you get longevity out of it. You don't get like shading spots where the panels below. Like the new panels got something called bypassing diodes. So if there's any shading, it'll kind of bypass that and not take out the full string. But you do drop your panels efficiency to like 50%. So yeah, it's definitely worth getting maintained. So if you have got like a nap thing on the new system, you can just go right. I'm not getting as much efficiency as last summer. You know, what I mean, let's see what's going on. But you're supposed to get a good 25 years out of them. You're supposed to get a payback after around 5-6 years, something like that. So as you can imagine, if it's just sat there and you're not monitoring it, it's just a waste of investment. You could be paid between 5 and 10 grand for an install, domestic. So as you can imagine, you got to look after your. So a little plug there for Finn. Then you got to look after your investment. Now then, so do you still do car chargers too? Yes, we're doing car chargers. We've got a few coming up. We did a video on a few. We got an interesting one where a customer was as good as videos as me. He was like, here we have here's the house, and we walked down here, and then he was climbing over fences, and he was telling us the cable run, which are cool. So I had to look at the video, go right, that's about 50 meters. Once you get used to distances, you can kind of just go. You can look at a video and go right, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, and kind of guess the distance, which is quite cool. So we'll be again, if you think it's interesting, we'll film it. We might do a video on that one, another car charger one. What else we got? You've inspired him to be a businessman of his own, by the sounds of it. Yeah. So yeah, Finn's got a lot on his plate, kind of thing. So he's very ambitious. He's a very ambitious guy. You know what I mean? So he's trying different things out. He likes doing like little side hustles, that kind of thing. But yeah, he's been watching a lot of like business videos, you know what I mean, like hustling videos and stuff like that, like buying and selling stuff, and like he keeps buying and selling his cars and making a bit of money each time, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I took him to a business seminar, someone called the Business Doctor. So they kind of they basically mentor you in a business, and you tell them where you want it to go and how the business wants to work for you, because every business isn't just like work. You need the business to work for you. So you need to pick what kind of clients you get. You need to see how you get them leads in and make that really effective. This is called a sales funnel, essentially. So it kind of pops in the top and then weans its way down, then you get profit out the bottom. And you can have a leaky sales funnel. So you learn all about that, how different ways you can like lose customers different ways and not being efficient and stuff like that. So he had a big business masterclass in person, and he was like, flipping it, it's more than just kind of buying and selling on Facebook Marketplace, you have to actually plan out a business, and and that's how it works properly. And if you put figures to it, you can have like KPIs, so key performance indexes. So you have like numbers, which tells you if you're hitting your sales. So like for my business, I have to have so many leads come in, and of them leads, I have a conversion rate. So if I get 10 leads in, let's just say like 6 of those turn to jobs, something like that. So I know that if for this amount of work, I need to have this amount of sales in. So I need to put this much into marketing to get that in. So it's all a numbers game in business. So that'll give you a little insight without boring you. There we go. But yeah, Finn's mine were like, he came out of that meeting. Yeah, so I took him for a bit of food after, and he was like, "Oh, my mind's blown." You know what I mean? How much is involved in running a business and running it properly. So yeah, it's interesting. You have to wear many hats. So it's not just the operations, which is the work. It's also like your admin seat. You got like your sales side. You know what I mean? Your HR. You have to make sure your staff's doing well and keep them motivated. So it can be quite tricky. Quite tricky. It's weird if you say so. Never mind that, Richard. Real question is the beard going to get any longer? So I had a weird like tufty thing this morning, so I had to do something with it. So yeah, it's not too bad beard game. It's funny enough, I had to straighten it and then just give it a good scraggle, and it's come back to life again. 'Cause before it kind of tucked under my chin, it looked weird. But yeah, I fixed that one. Yeah, now that's where having a go at us. So it looks silly straight, and it did. To be fair. What else we got? My daughter's cat. My daughter needs a car, Finn. Okay, so Finn's just sold his van. He bought a van for the business. How sad's this? He bought a van for the business, and he couldn't get insurance anyway, so he's had to sell his van, sadly. So he's 19, and nobody will give him van insurance. So if you're a van insurance company out there who will insure Finn, get in touch. That's not 3.5 grand for the year. Bless him. So yeah, he just got himself an Audi, sold that, made money, and then bought himself like an Audi thing. So he was celebrating. I saw a little video on his story. But hopefully he can do his business out that and kind of get the long poles in there and all the water and bits. So hopefully he'll be good. Do you network, James? So yeah, I do network. So yeah, we basically every Wednesday morning, so 6:30 in the morning, I have to get up at 6, and I've got like a little I'm the training and events guy, coordinator, so I have to tell people about the different events that are going on in this networking I do business. I do call it. It's a networking group, and I have the seat as electrician, and everybody else gets their own little seats as their different businesses. And the idea is it's like givers gain, so you kind of pass each other work around. And the idea is if I give work to them, I'm most likely going to get it back, and it's no like and trust. So if I can prove that I'm good at what I do, and I'll do like little TikTok presentations where I'll just press play and hide out the screen so it all goes smoothly and it doesn't sound mumbly like this live. But yeah, so it's funny. People get to see how my business runs, and people like the way because it's quite. It does work quite well the way my business runs. So, like the leads come in. I've got like admin people, so I've said if you just email this like with the quantities of an installation or a replacement or fault finding, and then I've got a lady in the office that kind of deals with all that, gives them a quote within the same day if they're specific. If there's like I want a light fixed or I want a new light, then they have to ask a few questions to get there. But it'll go into that. They'll get booked in. It'll be me or the other lads in the team will get booked in like a little app. We'll see that app for the day and see exactly what needs to go and what needs to happen. We get allocated time, so not like a socket replacement. One socket replacement, I think it's like 115 quid plus VAT. So we'll go there. We'll know we've got 2 hours to do that job, and then every engineer knows how long things would take. And then we know like 8, well 10. That's the socket installation. Half an hour to the next job. So the next job's at 10:30, and so on. So customers are getting engineers on time. If you're late, they get rung. They get invoiced straight away, same day, and get paid. And they have to pay 50% deposit, stuff like that. So the business runs really smoothly. So people like working with us essentially. So the networking group is quite easy to. It's quite easy for them to see how we work, and because they like us, they'll pass us on to the friends. Because we're getting business in for their different categories, then they'll give work to us. So that's how the networking works. Do you ever get RC clients? Um, yeah. In business, you can kind of pick and choose who you want to work with. So that's the benefit of owning a business. Apparently, got low batteries. So if this just ends, then have a good one. But I'm going to plug it in. But yeah, RC customers. We don't get many, to be fair. You get awkward people who like you have to check people's distribution and stuff like that. So we literally like picture the fuse board, picture the gas bonding, picture the water stop tap. If you don't know what they are, we'll just charge for these bits and take it off if it's not needed. You know what I mean? So, but you get people going, oh, I don't want to do that or whatever. I want you to come out and view it, and then it's the same information if you're there or not. So you get some funny people like that. But those are the awkward people that you get there, and they're just really awkward to work with. So it's good to kind of lose that custom. We get customers that will just forget, so we'll be very clear in what we're doing. We'll show them the work before and after. This is what I'm going to be doing. We'll go do it. Show them after. This is what we've done. Are you happy? Are you happy it's tidy? That's the question we ask. But some people are like, oh, I didn't want it there, and they get a bit funny, and you're like, that's what we've told you. So we get like one or two a year, something like that. But generally, everyone's pretty sound. Just so clear. We're like a cover ass company, telling them, oh, they want a new socket, right? It doesn't just magically appear. There'll be a chase. You'll have to get it filled. We won't be filling it because we're not plasterers. And this is what's involved. If you're happy with that, we'll go do it. And most of the customers, if they're not happy with that, they won't go with us. Or if they are, then they get exactly what they ask. So it's managing expectations. But yeah, we get a few RC customers. So that's a long day. Would you ever launch another business? Yeah, I thought about the FBA stuff. So you need a good $5,000 to do that, and it's a big risk. So you got to do your market research, make sure there's a market for the product you want to bring onto the market. It was kind of white label stuff, so it's finding stuff that's just under trending, repackaging it, finding a little niche for it that separates you from the market, and then hitting it with some good branding and good marketing. You do like pay per click on Amazon, so every time it's like suggested to customers when they type in these words. It could be anything, but basically you got a pot of money, and every click they do, it'll just take money off, take money off, take money off. But it just push like Amazon's brilliant for pushing out to customers and doing that. But yeah, if next time I get a spare $5,000, I'm going to do a product and see how it goes. Let's have a look. Where do you find people? Where do people find you to get you to do jobs? Right, so one checker trade, so that's like $1,000 a year, and that works really well. You just feed it with like positive reviews. You feed it with updating your profile with pictures and bits like that, and you just pop up to the top of the list, and then people will, inquire, and it goes to that sales funnel which we talked about earlier. Mr. T, hey all, hello, Mr. T. It's good to have you on. We've got no PK Ricky though. Where's he today? I think he's he'll be busy. What else we got? You're always going to get awkward clients, don't worry. yeah, it's just part of the game, innit? You always get some weirdos just trying to mess up your day, and you're just trying to be nice and do a good job, and they just don't appreciate some people. Most do. So all my clients are pretty awesome, to be fair. So I do appreciate them, and all the best clients get like hampers at the end of the year and free stuff, and yeah, it's just pretty cool. Lovely. So I think we'll end that live today because I think I've got like 3% battery, and I think we've got enough content for today. But yeah, any last questions before my laptop dies? Go on, rack some out. Or if you got any questions in the comments, I might do another live like this. It's just kind of free for all. So any comments, bang it in here, and I'll answer it next time. I don't know. We'll do some additional content. I don't mind. So yeah, thank you, James. I found this really interesting. Thank you, Alicia. Nice one. How's the apprentices? Yeah, apprentices doing well. So one of them's basically qualified. He's got his own jobs. He's got his own van. He's loving just bobbing from job to job. He's really good at doing the kitchens. Yeah, so top end kitchens, doing like under cabinet lighting and light and down lights and design and dimmable LED strips. Like, yeah, he loves that kind of thing. So he's doing really well. He just goes to all sales about 10 times a day. So that's his little focus point for this year, is just to become more efficient. So I'm just going to try and mold him a bit this year, just to make him a bit more efficient. But yeah, he's a sound lad. Customers like working with him. Is very good. Nice, great to see your business develop and grow. Yeah, so we're taking on a sole engineer this year. So like I said, we're just getting with a few more renewable companies. We'll do some installs for them. Again, we'll just smash it out of park. There's not many companies that are quite. We'll turn up when they said they're going to turn up. But yeah, we just turn up on time. We do the job, and we just make sure it's done, so everyone's happy. So yeah, because of that, there's not many solar companies. So a company that's actually really organised and can do solar and do it to a high standard, then we should just kind of dominate that market, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. So loads of solar stuff coming for this year. So stay tuned. So yeah, that's all we've got time for today then. So if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification when we next upload. Come on, press like now. So if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification, and when we next upload. As always, have a good one from me. And I'll see you on the next one. Any more comments? No, we're good.